Maybe you're not that happy with the live sound of your acoustic guitar. It's just not cutting it. Maybe you're going into a studio and you don't have a real expensive microphone to do a nice recording of it. Why don't you come inside and I'll show you what we can do about that. So the clip you heard in the beginning was two acoustic guitars, but not really. One was an acoustic guitar panned to one side, and the other was an electric guitar with impulse responses panned to the other side. With the use of impulse responses, now we can really make an electric guitar sound just like an acoustic. Recently, I made some videos explaining how to use impulse responses in place of putting a microphone in front of a speaker cabinet. We can do the same thing with an electric guitar to make it sound like an acoustic, or take that not so great sound that comes out of your acoustic guitar when you plug it into the PA or front of house. We can make it sound a little better. First, you need some really good impulse responses, or IRs. I did my due diligence researching quite a bit. I settled on using impulse responses from 3 Sigma Audio. They seem to really have it down. Once you have your IRs, you need something to load them into. I'm using the Two Notes C.A.B M. I've used it for other videos we've used. I like this. I can run my guitar right into it, and it has a built-in direct box. Makes it very simple for me to use. There are a lot of different devices you can load these IRs into. One of them is the More Radar. It's very inexpensive. It doesn't have a DI built into it, but you can run it right into a direct box if you'd like. I know the Line 6 Helix will also take IRs. There's a million things that'll do it. Just this happens to work best for me. So your path is going to be your guitar into your IR device, to a direct box, to the front of house or PA, or your digital audio workstation. I'm going to show you a few different ways we're going to do this. Then we'll come back and we'll compare the tones afterwards. My first example will be like as if I'm going to a gig, I take my acoustic and I plug it right into a direct box. I'm using a standard under-saddle cup that's built into it. Now I'll use that same guitar using impulse responses. So the next example I want to show you is with a guitar with a piezo or piezo pickup in it. This is the Nashville Power Telly. I love using this live. It won't feed back. There's no sound hole or anything. Okay, so what about if you don't have an acoustic guitar or you don't have an electric guitar with a piezo in it? Well, you can use a standard electric guitar. They do make some of the IRs that are really built for that. So I did a recording using all these different IR methods. I also recorded an acoustic guitar in front of a condenser microphone. So this way we'll be able to compare back and forth to see what the difference is in sound. After we listen to these individually, we're going to take a closer look by listening to them with the IRs panned on one side and the mic'd acoustic on the other. going to do is I'm going to pan the guitar that was mic'd with the Rode NT1A hard right, and I'll add in the other ones hard left, one at a time. I hope I explained how to use acoustic impulse responses with either a live setup or for recording. If you like the video, hit subscribe and see you next time.